Imagine a world locked in ice, a planet where winter isn't a season, but an era. This is the Earth of the Pleistocene, 20,000 years ago. It is a landscape of stark, brutal beauty, stretching from the frozen tundras of Siberia to the glacial valleys of North America. But this world was not empty. It was the stage for an evolutionary experiment in scale. Here, biology pushed the limits of size, creating a caste of creatures known as Megafauna. These were not dinosaurs, they were mammals, warm-blooded kin to the animals we know today, but magnified to monstrous proportions to survive the crushing cold. The undisputed king of this frozen domain was the woolly mammoth. Standing over 11 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing as much as a double-decker bus, these were masterpieces of adaptation. Their shaggy, dual-layered coats provided insulation against temperatures that plummeted to 60 degrees below zero. But they were more than just brute beasts. They were ecosystem engineers. With their massive, curved tusks, they swept aside deep snow to reach the grasses beneath, transforming the landscape as they migrated. They possessed families, memories, and perhaps even a concept of mortality, ruling the steppe for hundreds of thousands of years. Where there are giants, there are giant killers. The Pleistocene was home to the most terrifying guild of predators Earth has ever seen. Enter the Smilodon, often misnamed the saber tiger. This was no stalker of the jungle. It was a brute force assassin of the open plains. Built like a bear but armed with 7-inch serrated canines, the Smilodon didn't suffocate its prey like modern cats. It wrestled them to the ground and delivered a surgical, slashing bite to the throat. Alongside it roamed Arctidus, the short-faced bear, a monster that stood 12 feet tall on its hind legs, capable of stealing a kill from any predator on the continent. Not all giants were familiar. Some were biological anomalies that seem like hallucinations today. Consider the Megatherium, the giant ground sloth, a creature the size of an elephant, yet related to the slow, tree-dwelling sloths of the modern Amazon. It walked on the sides of its feet to protect massive, curved claws. Claws so large, they forced the animal into an awkward, lumbering gait. These claws weren't for hunting, but for pulling down entire tree branches. In the Americas, these slow-moving fortresses had few natural enemies. Their sheer bulk and thick bone-embedded skin made them walking tanks.
Then, in a geological blink of an eye, the silence fell. Roughly 12,000 years ago, the great megafauna vanished. The cause remains one of science's most heated debates. Was it the rapid warming of the climate, drowning the mammoth steppe in boggy forests? Was it a comet impact that set the world on fire? Or was it us? As humanity spread out of Africa, armed with fire and stone-tipped spears, the giants fell one by one. The truth is likely a deadly combination of all three. Today, only their bones remain, silent, massive testaments to a time when monsters were real, and we were the ones hiding in the dark.